Hi, my name's David from Heat Pumps for Pools, and today we're going to be looking at the 34kw Thermotec Inverter unit. This is one of 9 units in the range that start from 9 kilowatts right up to 34. This is the largest one in the series, which is a single phase unit. And what I'm going to be doing today is taking you through an overview of the unit, showing you it running and talking about its features. We'll take a look at some of the benefits and we'll also go through the controls. So this 34kw unit is vertical fan, which means it blows upwards as opposed to the other units in the series which blow horizontally. So the fan is on top, we'll have it blowing in a second. On the front we've got the colour touchscreen control panel. This has a little flap which keeps it out of the sunlight, and it's fully touchscreen, 7-inch colour touchscreen display. On this side of the unit, you may just be able to see, we'll look at it in more detail, is the Wi-Fi module, which allows you to connect this unit to the Wi-Fi and then have an app on your phone to control the heat pump. And in a separate video I'll show you how to install the Wi-Fi module. Okay, what we now do is we take a look around the back of the unit and I'll just show you the connections in and out of the heat pump. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the back of the heat pump. So on the back of the heat pump we've got the evaporator fins that draw in the warm air, and on the top of the unit we've got the fan that blows the cold air upwards. The plumbing on this heat pump is very straightforward. You've got 2 connections here, water in and water out. As simple as that go to the pump inside the shed that's next to me here. Also, what's a good idea on all heat pumps is to have a bypass. So we've got a selection of 3 valves here that allow us to isolate the heat pump in the winter so we can drain all of the water out of it and avoid freezing damage. We always recommend that bypasses are fitted to all heat pumps to avoid freezing damage. This particular heat pump is connected with flexible hose, but it's more normal to see it plumbed in solid pipework, such as we have here. Okay, we're now going to take a look at the controls on the front of the heat pump and show you it operating. Okay, so we're now going to take a look at the control panel on this Thermotec Inverter heat pump. It has a flap on it which keeps the touchscreen protected from UV rays from the sun, so it's very easy to open. Inside we've got the colour touchscreen, and I'm just going to take you through some of the features on this colour touchscreen. So the first thing you see in the middle of the screen is the actual temperature that we've got this pool at. At the moment our pool is at 30.6, and to set the desired temperature it's as simple as touching on that screen. It shows us that we're currently set at 29.5. If we want to dial in a higher temperature, say 35 degrees for example, which would be a bit warm, but you get the idea. You see how you set the desired temperature. So if I go back to 30 degrees for example, we've now set the unit to 30 degrees. Along the top of the screen we've got the current date and time, and this temperature over here shows us the outside temperature that we've got at the moment. I'll take you through the icons along the bottom of the screen. Okay, so just running through the icons along the bottom of the screen, the first icon is the power on off, so we can turn the heat pump off, we can turn the heat pump back on again. The second one is the lock icon. Allows you to lock the screen so the touchscreen then doesn't operate. This is particularly useful for rented properties if they don't want the guests to adjust the controls. To unlock the screen you just enter the access code, which is 22 in this case, and then it's unlocked again. The third icon is the cog icon. This allows you to get into the parameters and the state of the unit. So if we click on the cog, enter the access code of 22, we can then change the parameters or the unit state. If we go to the unit state, it will tell us exactly what's happening with this heat pump. At the moment the compressor is off, and it also tells us whether the flow switch is closed. There's lots of information. You can see the speed of the compressor that's running. It's incredibly useful. You can see the temperature in, temperature out from the water, along with lots of others detailed information. Okay, so going back to the home screen, the next option is a timer. So if you want to use a timer to turn the heat pump on and off, it's built into the heat pump. Although generally we recommend that you don't use this, you use a time clock on your pool circulation pump if you wish to have a timer feature, but the feature is there if you want to use it. The next option along is the alert section. If there's any alarms on the system, then they will come up here, any alerts, and as you can see that on this particular unit there's some flow switch errors. These are not actually errors, this is just normal. Whenever the circulation pump goes off, this will be recorded in the event log. But any other faults are listed there, which is incredibly useful as well. The next icon that we've got is the fan icon. It allows us to put this unit into normal operating mode, or also what's called silent mode. Silent mode is a mode that can be used at night time if you've got particularly sensitive to noise, but generally this unit is so quiet we don't recommend using silent mode because it actually reduces the power output of the unit. The last icon we have is the mode icon. There's 3 modes this unit can operate in. We've currently got it in heating mode, which is the sunshine symbol. You can also have it in automatic mode, which will do heating and cooling, or you can just have it in cooling mode. If you really want to cool your swimming pool down, which is unlikely for most areas in Europe, but if you really want to cool your swimming pool, this unit does have a cooling feature as well. The other beauty of this heat pump is it can work down to -15, so it can be used all year round, and it does have a full built-in defrost, unlike some other heat pumps on the market. So not only is it full inverter, but it also has full defrost and it operates down to -15. Okay, so hopefully you can see the control panel is incredibly simple. There is also an app available for this, so using the Wi-Fi module you can operate all of these controls from an app on your phone, and you can see the status, turn the heat pump on and off, etc. So the last thing to show you was a graph. Don't know if you can see the detail of this graph, but the graph gives you an overview of the running current and the temperatures that your heat pump has been maintaining. This is incredibly useful, and you can also see this from an app on your phone if you use the Wi-Fi module. Okay, so now what we're going to do is this pool is currently at 30.6, so it's quite warm. So to turn this unit on, we're going to set the desired temperature up to say 35 degrees, and then in a couple of seconds the heat pump will start. Okay, so the heat pump is now operating. It's going at full power at the moment. We've got nice cold air coming out of the fan. The compressor is running, and hopefully you can hear how incredibly quiet this unit is. For a 34 kilowatt unit, it really is quiet. It's a lot quieter than the previous heat pump that was here, and we're really impressed with how quiet these are. And of course, because it's variable speed, as it's an inverter, as the pool comes up to the desired temperature, the fan and the compressor will slow themselves down, and so a lot of the time the heat pump will just be ticking over, running at say 20, 30, 40% of its capacity. On the side of the heat pump you can see the Wi-Fi module here, which we have cable tied. This allows the unit to communicate with the Wi-Fi in your property. Obviously you need to make sure that you've got a Wi-Fi signal where the heat pump is going to be, but then you can use the app on your phone to control the heat pump. This is incredibly useful for rented properties, or where you just want to remotely turn the heat pump on and off or monitor its activities. So this particular heat pump has been heating a 75 cubic metre outdoor pool in the UK, but its rated capacity is up to around 100 cubic metres. So on the Heat Pumps for Pools website we have a sizing chart, and we're happy to help you with sizing of this heat pump for your particular pool. Please give us a call for free advice. So hopefully that's been a useful overview for you of the Thermotec Inverter 34 kilowatt unit. We also have this unit available in 29 kilowatts. It looks exactly the same but slightly less power fuel. If you have any questions on this unit, please feel free to give us a call, drop us an email at heatpumpsforpools.com. Thanks very much for watching.